Well, now at 6, video played in court today revealing the new details in the Matthew Lands murder trial.
He is accused of shooting and killing his neighbors while their toddler was sleeping. Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Bimfor is at the Cobb County Superior Courthouse covering the trial. Chelsea, today the judge watched a police interview with Lance's parents.
A lot of new details came out in that video, including that Lance's parents said they recognized a change in his behavior in recent years. Surveillance video played Tuesday also allegedly shows Lance walking around and driving by the victim's house on the night of the murders. This is video from the moments that police told Matthew Lance's parents he may have killed their neighbors, 31-year-old firefighter Justin Hicks and his wife Amber. Their 2-year-old son Jacob was left unharmed.
I told the psychiatrist that, I thought that he was either bipolar or schizophrenic, of the episodes that we've seen over the last few years.
Lance's mother, Teresa, told investigators her son had been seeing a mental health specialist after his brother, Austin Lance, allegedly stabbed a Pentagon police officer months prior, then shot and killed himself. Matthew's father said he had also seen a, quote, demonic side of his son's brain.
He was hearing things, seeing things, believing things that weren't true.
On Tuesday, prosecutors also played a series of surveillance videos from the night Justin and Amber were killed. Around 7 p.m., the Hicks family is seen parking in their driveway and going into their house. Around 9:20, a dark sedan drives by, which investigators say belongs to Lance. And in a third video, prosecutors say Lance is seen walking around the Hickses' home, but the footage was dark and grainy, which Lance's attorney pointed out during cross-examination.
You were able to see a person, but you were not able to determine what that person might be wearing or what they look like.
Yeah, that's correct. No identifiable, other than what appeared to be a human figure moving.
Lance is facing 13 charges in this case, including malice and felony murder. He is also accused of stabbing a Sandy Springs police officer days later. Last month, he was ruled mentally competent to stand trial by a judge. Reporting in Cobb County, Chelsea Bimfor, Atlanta News First.